All right, let's move on to
Pop quiz hot shot.
formerly known as Big Fikes. It has been changed to Pop Quiz Hot Shot for all of our Speed fans. The movie, not the drug. Well, the drug too. Whatever.
No, not whatever. Kids, don't do drugs unless it's marijuana.
Here are the top 10 facts about Vanilla Sky. Number 10. Did it start? There are no opening credits for the film.
Wow, I missed that.
Number 9. When the hell? The film takes place in the year 2151. The label on the canister identified David Ames' first life cycle from 9/22/68 to 12/26/2001. It should be noted that the film was released 1 week and 5 days before the date of David's death. Director Cameron Crowe referred to Vanilla Sky as a glimpse into the future 1 week away. There's actually that moment where David Ames looks directly into the camera when tech support looks at the camera, like at the audience, and says, "Your panel is awaiting your decision." Mm-hmm. It's like we are living
with him.
Yeah.
It's kind of bringing the curtain back. I like that.
Number 8, Mama Crow. At the end of the movie, in the hallway of L.E., Cameron Crowe's mom, Alice Crowe, is the first face seen on the television monitors promoting L.E. services.
I know what it's like to have your mom come to a show, a movie, film, or be in one.
Number 7, Pop Culture Hot Shot.
Cameron Crowe said there are 428 references to pop culture made in the film. 429 if you include one made in error. We're going to name all 429, but here's a few.
To Kill a Mockingbird plays in the holding block on the television screen in the security room in almost all the scenes between David and Dr. McCabe. It's one of Cameron Crowe's favorite movies, and it's later revealed that David based his ideal father figure on Gregory Peck's Atticus Finch.
The album, The Freewheeling, Bob Dylan, can be seen in David's bedroom. Later, he and Sophia recreate the image, as pointed out during the end montage.
There are multiple occasions when the number or time 909 is displayed prominently. David's watch, the chalkboard, a kid wearing a blue shirt that says number 9, and of course all the mentions of cats. Crowe has stated in multiple interviews that this is an homage to the Beatles and their song Revolution Number 9. Alright, number 6, goofs. No movie is perfect, except for The Living Wake. Even a movie with as much attention to detail as Vanilla Sky, it is bound to have a few goofs, and here are a few. During the Times Square scene, while David is running next to a building with glass walls, looking very carefully in the background, you could make out a line of people at the window, watching the filming of the movie. Crowe caught this and considered digitally removing them, but ultimately decided it fit with the theme of subtle paranoia, so he left them in.
AKA, they weren't going back to, film was locked, they weren't going back to do that shit.
The eye line off in the final scene, when David runs up to jump off the roof, he jumps up on the ledge and then stops and turns around to look at Sophia. She is looking up at him, so he should be looking down since he's higher on the ledge, but he's also looking up.
Kids in film school, that's where over the shoulder, shot continuity, crossing the line. Oh, you know those phrases.
Which, that might not be a goof, because she's not even really technically there, and right. It might just be a metaphor that he's always looking up to her. Like she's unachievable.
Yeah, but they still got to keep some continuity, though.
It wasn't a mistake. It's on purpose.
When David and Brian are almost hit by the Mack truck, we can clearly see the camera and camera operator wearing a hat in David's side window. Come on, guys. Keep it classy.
When David awakes after sleeping in the street, the camera and equipment are reflected in the street puddles.
Yet again, can't cheat Father Crime time.
Number 5, Crowe's clues. Crowe has been quoted as saying, "We constructed the movie visually and story-wise to reveal more and more the closer you look at it. As deep as you want to go with it, my desire was for the movie to meet you there." There are definitely plenty of clues that could lend to various theories throughout the film. Here are just a few. At the start of the movie, when David wakes up with Julie Gianni, her cell phone rings playing "Row, row, row your boat." When she answers the phone, it stops the music just before the lyric, "Life is but a dream."
In the cell, Carl Jung's book, Memories, Dreams and Reflections, can be seen on the table. The book is all about Jung's personal dreams and how they helped uncover his shadow and remove his persona or mask.
At the club, Sophia wears a t-shirt that says St. Rose. Along with being the patron saint of Latin and South America, St. Rose is the patron saint against vanity. St. Rose used to pray, "Lord, increase my sufferings, and with them increase your love in my heart." And speaking of patron, check out our link for Patreon and become a patron of the show.
I've never heard you read a verse in my entire life. God, man, that was surreal.
Jesus
anyway,
wept.
Yeah.
When David is arrested, the plaque on his photo lineup reads, actually I'm just going to put it on the screen right here. Some elementary code breaking reveals when did the dream become a nightmare. There are 2 other coded messages mentioned on Cameron Crowe's commentary on the 3D X-ray of David Ames' skull. To the lower left of the skull, it reads 4ON0TW1K589MUP or do not wake him up. To the lower right, there is a message PL51S1NT4R51MS or pleasant dreams. The Pleasant Dreams message is also printed on the Life Extension body tag after David swallows all the pills that end his life.
And if you didn't see, David has it written out on his shirt. He just showed you guys that he took him hours to do this, so there you go. Yet again. All right. Multiple times throughout the film, during glitches, David patient account number 30319 can be heard. And yet again, there's a 3, which is the bit, you guys get it. 3 times 3 is 9. All the 9s. There you go.
And it's that I definitely heard it when he put the pillow over Sophia Julie's face. Right. It's like repeating it over and over.
And the sad part about it, I think she was enjoying that fixation.
Yeah. When David is awoken on the street by Sophia, where he chooses his place to be, as Sophia crouches to talk to him, a vibrantly colored sky is featured in the background, resembling the Monet painting Vanilla Sky. Another clue that this is where a lucid dream begins. Further, one can hear the sound effect of a tape rewinding and, as mentioned before, an audible splice.
Mm-hmm. In the scenes with McCabe interviewing David in the prison cell, the word dream can be seen written backwards on the blackboard in the background.
The sticker on David's car reads 2/30/01, a date that clearly could not exist in our version of reality. Just a hint that this is some alternate reality altogether, that none of it takes place in the reality as we know it.
I guess we gotta go to Fantasyland for us to give us 2 more days of Black History Month, huh? Nobody wants that. All right. All right. Right before David collapses on the street after being in the nightclub, REM's Sweetness Follows plays. This is a moment right before the splice where his lucid dream begins. REM is the portion of sleep cycle where dreams take place.
See what I'm saying, man? The attention to detail in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Is so good. So good. So good. At the party, when Brian Shelby comes into the second apartment where David and Sophia are talking, you can see his t-shirt with the words fantasy in sparkly sequins. This supports the idea that the whole movie, until the last scene where David wakes up, is all but a dream.
Shelby my ass, Brian. Scheming Shelby. Out of here. Anyway, when imprisoned, David wears a patient ID with his last name and initial. Underneath appears the letters 6ROZ5N and 7UY. This translates into the code Frozen Guy.
Number 4, stage name. The song I Fall Apart that Cameron Diaz's character plays for David in the car scene is actually performed by Cameron Diaz. In the credits, Juliana Gianni is given the glory for performing the song. The song's lyrics and music were written by Cameron Crowe and his wife, famed composer and Heart lead vocalist Nancy Wilson. Nancy Wilson's photo actually appears during the pop culture montage at the end of the film. And bonus fact, Cameron Diaz was referred to as CD during production to avoid confusing her with Cameron Crowe.
The Dakota. David Ames lives in the Dakota, the famed New York City apartment building where John Lennon lived and unfortunately died. While the interior shots were filmed on a set, the briefly seen exterior was shot on location without a permit since the residents do not allow filming on the premises. Kids in the industry, that's what we call guerrilla filming.
And number 2, approved. Vanilla Sky is the English adaptation of Alejandro Amenabar's 1997 film. I'm sorry if I raped that name. Open Your Eyes. I'm gonna rape it again. Here we go. Amenabar said that when he learned that Cameron Crowe was going to write and direct a movie based on his film starring Tom Cruise as the lead, he felt honored. And after seeing Vanilla Sky, he said he couldn't be more proud. Quote, Vanilla Sky is as true to the original spirit as it is irreverent towards its form, and that makes it a courageous, innovative work. Crowe has said the original film is like a song our band really liked and we decided to cover it our own way. I view my adaptation as a remix rather than a remake. The film is a genre-bending, mind-twisting portrait of the American male as he exists in 5 minutes into the future. Hopefully it honors the original. I like the idea it could be sort of a dialogue between the two movies. I kept thinking of the original like a folk song. There's so many different ways you can play it and you can reinvent it your own way. I would never say to somebody, don't see his, see ours. I want people to see both. In the very beginning of Vanilla Sky, a voice is heard whispering a Spanish phrase that translates to open your eyes. Bonus fact, Tom Cruise also approves of the film, calling it the best film he has done.
When did they ask him that?
I think it was like a couple days ago. Number 1, fresh wounds. Studio execs wanted Cameron Crowe to use special effects to remove shots of the World Trade Center from Vanilla Sky after the 9/11 attacks. As you can see, Crowe chose not to remove them and they appear in several shots of New York City. What do you think about that decision?
I think it was fine because of the fact that it's a film and it's whatever, man. People try to take creative liberties with everything.
Why don't you subscribe? It'll last longer.